The Ghana Grid Company Limited has denied suggestions the state's indebtedness to private power sector electricity generating companies is to blame for the recent power outages being experienced in parts of the country. The latest is a system shutdown on Sunday afternoon that affected the whole country. Former Deputy Power Minister John Jinapor has blamed it on the indebtedness of GridCo and other allied agencies. He says Parliament's Mines and Energy Committee will probe the situation, which he believes is evidence of government's mismanagement of the sector.
From what I have gathered, the power sector is reeling under serious financial challenges. ECG's maintenance has been a very, very difficult one because they simply cannot pay their contractors. They are hugely indebted. GridCo went almost financially bankrupt. Indeed, some of their projects, especially the new lines that they were constructing, had to be suspended. Why are we having such huge debt? The fact is that when you look at ECG's balance sheet, they've moved from a profit level somewhere in 2016 to a loss-making entity of over 4 billion. Such a company cannot survive. I'm confident that the Mines and Energy Committee will be inviting the minister, will be inviting ECG, will be inviting all the stakeholders within the energy sector and the value chain in order to ascertain the fact.
GridCo, however, attributes the system shutdown to a technical fault on one of its major transmission lines between Prestia in the western region and Obuasi in the Ashanti region, explaining the system was eventually restored at 6:30 p.m. Sunday. It insists the country has enough generating capacity, and I'll bring you that statement in a bit with GridCo explaining. So it says Ghana Grid Company Limited wishes to inform the general public that the total power system shutdown experienced at 2:10 p.m. on Sunday, March 7, was due to a technical fault on one of the major transmission lines between Prestia and Obuasi. This situation led to overloads on other adjacent transmission lines, leading to a sequence of trips and an eventual power system shutdown in the country. Restoration works by the technical team began immediately, and power supply was restored to all bulk supply points at 6:30 p.m. that same day. GridCo is assuring all Ghanaians there is adequate generating capacity to meet demand in the country. All relevant stakeholders in the power sector value chain will also continue to work to ensure consistency of supply to Ghanaians. Now, the Institute of Energy Security, IES, however, feels GridCo's explanation is not enough. They insist the increasing levels of transmission losses in recent times is due to evident liquidity challenges. And I'll share that statement with you as well in a bit. So there we have it. They issued the statement today. It says the Institute for Energy Security has noted with concern the increasing rate at which Ghana's transmission grid collapses, resulting in several interruptions in power supply to homes, businesses, and other places. More worrying is how the interruptions have heightened since the beginning of this year and the kind of explanations put forward. It will be recalled that the power supply cuts on Wednesday, February 27, and Sunday, March 3, were attributed to gas supply challenges from the offshore fields in the West Africa Gas Pipeline Company, WAPCO, respectively. We are, however, yet to understand the full extent of factors that accounted for the total blackout experienced on Sunday, March 7. Aside these major power supply cuts, there have been several reports of power outages in parts of the country. And it goes on to reiterate the GridCo explanation, but as it continues, checks conducted by IES indicates that the tripping of the Prestia to Obuasi line occurred at 13:46 GMT, causing voltages in the middle belt to collapse. Under such a circumstance, operators on site are required to act swiftly and salvage a total shutdown by taking some customers off the grid to prevent a cascading trip of connected transmission lines at 14:10 GMT. And it goes on in the end, says, while calling for accountability from the GridCo, the IES wish to state that it sympathizes with the operator, knowing well that cash flow challenges due to delayed payment of receivables is having a toll on the operations of the company. And concludes by saying, until the financial, technical and commercial issues of the power companies are dealt with, the Ghanaian cannot be assured of consistent and reliable power supply, even though current plant available capacity exceeds current system peak demand.